Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Laktasi, as we are set to draw all the teams for the 4th edition of the Youth Basketball Champions League. From all of us at the BCL, we are thrilled to be here and excited to see this event unfold in Laktasi, a city which put itself on the European basketball map through Igokea's amazing list of results, both domestically and internationally. When we talk about them, we usually think about the first team, the professionals, but make no mistake about it, they know what they are doing in their academy too. After all, Igokea are one of the previous Youth BCL champions, taking the crown at the very first ever tournament in Bursa in 2023. They will attempt to win it once more right here in their backyard. And what a backyard it is, Laktasi, a city with a population of just around 35,000, and yet, in basketball terms, a place very well known all over the continent, set to write another piece of its history by hosting the Youth BCL in April. Beautiful images with basketball very much a part of Laktashi's DNA. Of course, we are here to talk about basketball first and foremost. It is my pleasure to invite our panelists to the stage, starting with the Basketball Champions League Head of Competitions, Mr. Dejan Lekic. One of the most important parts when organizing a youth event is having elite ambassadors. It is my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Mr. Žarko Čabarkapa, a former player with an incredible career both in Europe and overseas. Finally, we need to see the host's point of view, so please welcome Mr. Vuk Radivojević, Director of Igokea MTEL. Good to have you here, guys. Mr. Lekic, you have been an important part of the BCL project for the past decade. Now tell us, from BCL's point of view, what does it mean to develop such a competition such as a youth BCL, like giving a chance to younger players to experience the international stage?
First of all, good morning, everyone. I would like to thank, on behalf of our organization, but also on behalf of the clubs that are present here, a big thank to the Club Igokea and to the city of Laktasi for organizing this wonderful event. And we hope that if we make judgment from the draw and the standards of the draw, we believe that it will be the best event ever. For us, Youth BCL is a fundamental part of our DNA. We showed our commitment to development of youth basketball since the very beginning with the implementation of the mandatory homegrown players in the roster of every club since the season 1 of the BCL. And this is what we are trying to do also through the Youth BCL. This is a new edition, a new opportunity to meet a new generation of young players that we, beside the games, which are obviously the most important, we take big pride of the education that we provided through various workshops here. We raise awareness and show to the players, that present to the players, thanks to experienced basketball legends like the ones that we have here and in the audience, that the professional life of an athlete in the sports is very difficult and it needs lots of dedication to grow to success. This is what we are doing while providing high-level conditions, same like their older colleagues in the BCL.
Thank you. Mr. Chabarkapa, this is somewhat connected to what Mr. Lekic just said. You turned pro at 16. So you're still working with young players. You're going to be an ambassador here for the Youth BCL. What kind of message is the most important that you can relay to the kids who are going to play this tournament?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's always great to be here in Laktasi and Banja Luka. Thinking back when we were same age, I would say that the most important thing is to enjoy every moment being on and off the court, because those are the moments that they will remember forever. I know even now, after many years, when I sit with my old teammates, we are talking about the great moments that we had when we were their age.
Thank you. Mr. Radivojevic, what was the decision like to host this event? What was your motivation as a club to have the Youth BCL here?
First of all, good morning and welcome all here. And it's really easy question, because it's first of all it's our honor that we can be host such event. We are now, this is our 6th year that we are playing Basketball Champions League with our first team, and this is 4th Youth BCL that we're gonna be first time hosted, and we see ourselves like part, and because we look on BCL like our friends. First of all, then I introduced him when I start to work this job in the club. After that, Patrick Munoz, all of you guys, and we are thinking of us when, like a family, a part of the family, and it's really nice. I've been in all 3 events. First of all, first time on Bursa, second time in Debrecen, then Manisa. It was perfect, and now we will try to do as much as we can to improve. Like this championship is growing, we want to grow as well.
I agree, you are a very important part of our family.
Yes.
Mr. Lekic, the decision from the BCL to award the hosting to Laktasi and Igokea, was it an easy one?
Well, it came as a natural process following the partnership that we developed with the club Igokea since all these years of their participation in the BCL. And the time comes that we bring all the best youth programs of the clubs in the BCL here in Laktasi, where providing really amazing conditions, and in combination with traditional hospitality of the people of this region, we are convinced that our first ever winner of the Youth BCL will be the best host up to date of our event.
You mentioned tradition. Mr. Chabarkapa, one of the most important aspects of tradition in this area of the world is basketball. How can we explain to the rest of the world why there are so many elite players and prospects developed in this area of the world?
Yes, basketball has a strong tradition in this region. I would say that we are the only country where basketball is more popular than football, probably Lithuania too. And love for basketball starts from early age. And when you add to that great coaches that we have and great players that we have had for decades, who set the path for all the others that were coming, I think that's the winning combination.
Thank you. Mr. Radivojevic, Igokea is now also part of that tradition of winning, because you won the first initial tournament, Youth BCL, then you reached the semifinals another time, but Ritas have won the past 2 editions. Is this becoming a rivalry between Igokea and Ritas?
Yeah, but we will not look like rivals on the court, because it's very important for these young guys and kids to enjoy. Like Žarec said, in every moment on the court and off the court. And Ritas have one of the best academy in Europe for sure. And it's important for these clubs to coming, it's to growing, for these kids, especially in these moments where the young players, is not so much involved in the game, in the biggest league and everything. And I think this competition is very, very, very important.
You already have one of those trophies in your locker
We
rooms.
hope this one also will stay here.
Okay, best of luck with it. Thank you to all three of you. You may now leave the stage. Now we mentioned Ritas, and we're gonna travel back in time because Ritas won last year's event in Manisa, and it's now time to see the best sights and sounds from last season of the Youth BCL.
Absolute scenes here. Joy for the Ritas Vilnius players as they celebrate being champions of the Youth Basketball Champions League.
The player that you saw lift the trophy is Ignas Urbonas. He was the back-to-back MVP of the Youth BCL, and he is now an important part of Ritas' first team. And as Youth BCL, the organization, we are proud to see him developing like this. Now, it's time to go through the draw. A total of 12 teams will participate in it, divided across 4 groups of 3 teams. The 4 group winners will move to the semifinals with the final third place game and classification games taking place on Sunday, April 12th. To help us with the draw, let's introduce our shuffler for the day, Mr. Vladimir Radmanovic. Welcome.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure to have you here. As somebody with nearly 800 NBA games behind him, we're used to seeing you knock down three-pointers, dunk on people's heads and stuff like that, but those times are now long gone. What are you up to these days?
Well, I'm just enjoying my life lately. Spending time with the kids, with the family, doing stuff that I wasn't able to do when I was playing basketball. So for me, that's something that I put emphasis on right now, and what future brings, we'll see.
One last question for you before I leave you to do your job. Who was the better prospect at this age, you or Mr. Žarko Čabarkapa?
Well, I would say Žarko for sure. I started playing basketball when I was 14, and I have to say, me and Žarko, we were similar size, but for the big guy, he was more skilled than I was. I was more athletic. Unfortunately for him, he had to deal with many injuries and never had a chance to bright with a full shine, but even with all that happened to him, he had a great career.
Those who know who Žarko Čabarkapa is. You can take your spot behind
Thank
the
you.
table, and it is now time to bring back Mr. Lekic to the floor and begin the draw for the 2026 Youth BCL.
Vlado, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a big pleasure
Thank you for
having
having
you
me
with
here.
us here, together with real other legends here, Mr. Žarko Čabarkapa, Mr. Pero Antic, but also we are happy to welcome Miss Sasha Čađo, one of the best female players of this game coming from the region. The time comes for the technical part of the draw that will provide us with the composition of the groups for the initial stage of the Youth Basketball Champions League 2026 Laktasi. 12 teams are split into 3 pots with 4 teams each. The split arranged according to the Youth BCL club and country ranking based on points collected by the teams in the previous editions. Let's remember again the teams in the pots, starting with pot 1 in alphabetical order. Korektek Basketball Academy Ostende, Igokea MTEL, Ritas Vilnius, and Tofaş Bursa. In pot 2, we have Bnei Herzliya, Galatasaray MCT Technik, Porsche Basketball Academy Ludwigsburg, and one more German team, Telekom Baskets Bonn. Finally, in the pot 3, we have ERA Nymburk, EVE Baskets Oldenburg, Sabah Basketball Club from Baku, and the team representing Serbia, Spartak Office Shoes. Important note, a country protection rule will be applied during the draw, which means that no teams from the same country can be placed in the same group. Therefore, the draw software will always indicate the available group for each team, ensuring the full implementation of the country protection rule. We will start drawing the teams from the pot 3 in front of Vladimir, and they will be placed in the 4 available groups. We are ready. Vladimir, shuffle well, and let's unveil the first team from the pot 3 that will be placed in the group A, ERA Nymburk. At this stage, there is no need of implementing the country protection rule. Nymburk is the first team in the group A. We are ready immediately to go with the second team. Very straightforward. It's Azerbaijani representative Sabah Basketball Club from Baku in their first ever participation in the Youth BCL, and they are placed into the group B. 2 more options.
I didn't shuffle. There's only 2 of them, so
We need to do it properly, and it's EVE Baskets Oldenburg, the team from Germany. They will be placed in the group C. And finally, if everything is correct, we should have here a representative from your home country. And it is from Subotica Spartak Office Shoes. With this, we completed the draw of the teams from the pot 3, and we are ready immediately to go with the pot 4 for new clubs there, coming also from 3 countries with 2 German representatives from Israel and Turkey. Bnei Herzliya is the first team drawn. Now we will need to wait and see the indication. Herzliya will go into the group A together with Nymburk. The next team, Porsche Basketball Academy Ludwigsburg. They are participating since the very first edition of the Youth BCL, and their group will be Group B. They are joining Sabah in the Group B. 2 more options remaining. And 2 more teams for 2 remaining available groups. Telekom Baskets Bonn is the next, and obviously team that cannot join Group C. We already have a German representative there. Therefore, they will be placed in the Group D together with Spartak. Telekom Bonn. And the last, but not least in this group, Galatasaray MCT Technik from Istanbul, Turkey. They will be placed in the Group C together with Oldenburg. All good?
all good.
Quite straightforward. We have here the most successful 4 teams in the history,
Okay.
including the host and including the double winner, Litas. So let's see how the composition of these 4 teams will be among the groups.
Are you trying to put some pressure on me with the draw, or?
I'm just providing information
Okay.
that we have the 4 most successful teams, but the pressure can be from the club representatives. For us, all 12 teams are winners already.
All right.
Koretek Basketball Academy Ostende. They are placed in the group A. 3 more options. And it is the host, Igokea MTEL. They are placed in the Group B together with Porsche Basketball Academy and Sabah. Two more options remaining. I believe we should already know, depending on the country protection implementation, Ritas Vilnius is the next club, and the only available option for them is the Group C. They will be joining Galatasaray and Oldenburg, and I believe we did 100% correct, and if we did it, it should be Tofaş Bursa, our first ever host. It is Tofaş Bursa, and they will be in the Group D with Telekom Bonn and Spartak. Let's recap again. Let's remember the composition of the groups. In the Group A, Koretek Basketball Academy Ostende, Bnei Herzliya and Era Nimburg. In the Group B, together with the host, Igoke IMTEL, there are two other teams, Porsche Basketball Academy Ludwigsburg and Sabah. In the Group C, Ritas Vilnius will be joined by Galatasaray MCT Technic and EVE Baskets Oldenburg. Finally, Group D, Tofaş Bursa, Telekom Bonn, and Spartak Office Shoes. Vlado, thank you very much.
Thank you very
much. It was not difficult,
was
but
a pleasure.
very,
Thank
very
you.
interesting, and the time comes to welcome Igor back on stage.
Thank you to both of you. A warm applause for them, please.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of the draw. The groups are drawn, the stage is set, and we can only invite you back to Laktasi for an entire week in April with the opening tip-off scheduled for April 7th. The bar from the previous 3 tournaments is high. However, we already know this edition has the potential to be the best to date, so make sure you tune back in April. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following this draw. See you soon on the court.